I'm going to turn our audio on. Good. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome into Jefferson High School for the 2025 IHSA Boys Sectional Swim Meet down here at Rockford, Jefferson. It's a beautiful afternoon here on this Saturday, February 22nd. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Signs Now Rockford. And some results from this morning's diving competition.
In third place with a score of 276.20 from Hananiga, Derek Patterson. In second place with a score of 338.90 from Hananiga, Bronson.
So the results from this morning: in fourth place from Byron, Easton Burris. In third, Derek Patterson from Hananiga. In second, Gail Bronson. And in first, Tristan Peterson heading to state. Again, today's broadcast is brought to you by Signs Now Rockford. Looking to make your business stand out? Signs Now Rockford offers custom signs, banners, vehicle graphics, and more to enhance your brand's visual appeal. Serving Rockford, Belvidere, Beloit, and surrounding areas, our team provides tailored solutions to meet your unique needs. Visit us online at signsnowrockford.com or call 815-398-8371 for a quote. Let Signs Now Rockford bring your business to life with creative graphics and display.
Lane 2, Jefferson, 3, Harlem, 4, Byron.
Our first event is underway. The boys 200-yard medley relay have Jefferson in lane 2, Harlem in the middle lane, Byron in lane 4. Lanes 2 on the outside, lane 4 on the inside from our broadcast position. Got Byron in the early lead here. Harlem behind them, and then Jefferson bringing up the rear. Second leg of this relay is the breaststroke. Harlem has gained ground on Byron. They're close to neck and neck as we're ready for the third swimmers to get in the pool.
Looks like Harlem got that one.
Great ground made up. Turn Harlem out in front by about a half a length, gaining a little bit of ground. Now we've got the fourth and final swimmer in the pool for both of those schools. Crowd making noise here, the packed house here at Jefferson High School. It's going to be neck and neck as we face down this final length. It's going to be a close finish. Racers neck and neck. And it looks like Byron had the final touch as they were able to hold on and take the victory here as Jefferson looks to complete the final length of their race as well. There you see in heat 1 of 2, Byron took that one at 1:55.57, followed by Harlem. Of course, all racers are competing against each team, so we still have 5 more squads to go. So Byron finished that one off, but they still have 6 more schools to compete against. Belvidere in the outside lane, number 1, Hononegah in lane 2. DeKalb in lane 3, Boylan lane 4, Guilford lane 5, and Freeport in lane 6. As the second heat is underway. Saw those times from the first heat, just under 2 minutes. Looks unlikely for any of those heats to get them into state.
Looks like lanes 3 and 4 are in the lead so far.
That is DeKalb in lane 3, Boylan in lane 4. DeKalb first to touch, followed by Boylan under 30 seconds. DeKalb still with the lead here. They have gained some ground on this second leg of this relay. They're first to touch. Boylan and Hononegah behind them. Impressive lead here by DeKalb as they get in the pool for the final leg of this relay. They're out in front by more than 3 lengths. Got a sizable advantage as they're looking to touch. And DeKalb is first on the board. 1:40.5 is their time. Hononegah right behind them, just ahead of Boylan. As Guilford is finishing up their time as well. So Jayden, those 5 squads that just touched, all better in that second heat than any of the first 3 squads. And really impressive race that time by DeKalb, as once they hit about halfway through that second leg, they got a lead and held on to it. An impressive victory, almost nearly 5 seconds ahead of second place Hononegah that time. Again, DeKalb taking the victory there in heat number 2 and finishing tops ahead of both Byron and Harlem, as we'll get the results up here on the board.
So back to that last race, looks like DeKalb won.
In fifth place with a time of 153.58, Belvidere with team members of Benjamin Myers, Solomon Murphy, Ethan Anton, and Jackson Fletcher. In fourth place with a time of 148.96, Freeport with team members of Dean Hartman, Sam Viveros, Henry Winter, and Colin Helm. In third place, with a time of 145.07, Boylan with team members of Max Ladak, Andrew Mitchell, Gavin Velasquez, and Rory Golger. In second place, with a time of 144.91, Hananiga with team members of Jeffrey Roth, Ray Brahms, Cale Niles, and Guy Bronson. And your 200-yard medley relay champions with a time of 140.50 heading to state. DeKalb Sycamore with team members of Kevin Sullivan, Sean Harrelson, Justin Wu, and Evan Johnson.
So again, the top three from the boys 200-yard medley relay: Boylan in third, Hananiga in second, and to state, it's going to be DeKalb. And again, Jayden, we were talking about that last race that we saw. That second swimmer in the pool, as soon as they built up that lead, the rest of the squad really took it home. And they're going to be heading to state with a very impressive performance. I'm sure they're going to be happy with what they put on display here.
Yeah, just leading off with a really fast start, just with that first stroke. I mean, right there, kind of gets the race set and gets the paces going for the rest of the team. So great job, DeKalb, on that win. They just were a little past their qualifying time for taking first here today.
Event 3, boys 200-yard freestyle. Heat 1 of
Next
4.
up, we're going to have the boys 200-yard freestyle. This will be individual heats. In lane 2, we're going to have Tyze Warlick from Jefferson. Lane 3, we'll have Cole Chestnut. And lane 4, we'll have Philip Martinez Lopez.
Lane 2, Warlick from Jefferson.
This is Tyze Warlick. Seed time of 3:40.62.
So freshman here, so got about 3 more years ahead of them.
had Tyze Warlick, and he beat his seed time by over 12 seconds. Next up, we're going to have Heat 2. Logan Berg from Auburn in lane 1, Solomon Murphy from Belvidere in lane 2, Dylan Beatty from Harlem in lane 3, Nicholas Minardi from Boylan in lane 4, Eric Swanson from Boylan in lane 5, and Owen Jaramillo from Belvidere in lane 6. Again, lane 1 on the far side from our perspective, lane 6 on the inside. Best seed time in this group was from Dylan Beatty with a time of 2:24.12. He's in lane 3 again out of Harlem. An impressive lead does Nicholas Minardi have. He is leading this heat by about half a pool length. A very good, strong start for him here today.
Looks like we have all sophomores across the board on this heat.
On the final stretch here in lane 4 is Nicholas Minardi. And he'll touch in first as he takes this heat at the time of 2:08.24. A very impressive result for the sophomore as he beat his seed time by about 15 seconds. Following up is going to be Solomon Murphy in second. Dylan Beatty in third, separated by about a half a second. In fourth, Eric Swanson, 2:25.34. In fifth is Owen Jaramillo, 2:35.33, and Logan Berg with a time of 2:41.81. Very fast pool here this morning, Jayden. All of those times just about beating their seed time, so these competitors have really come out to show here today.
Yeah, and with Nicholas Minardi, he looks like he beat the seed time even to some of the Heat 3.
Here in Heat 3, Bryce Dunaway from East in lane 1, Ryan Sevi in lane 2 from Guilford, Dan Parsonage from Hononegah in lane 3, Vaughn Champer in lane 4 from Byron, Amai Perevdorj from Guilford in lane 5, and Jacob Perkins from Freeport in lane 6. Tightly packed right now. Sevi, Parsonage, and Champer all neck and neck in lanes 2, 3, and 4. Dunaway just behind the top 3. Very tightly contested match. Looked like all 3 competitors had the far touch within about a tenth of a second of each other, as it's very tight right now as we're getting set for the final leg. Champer's pulled ahead slightly, about a quarter length ahead of Parsonage, quarter length ahead of CV. Parsonage has dropped back into third. It's going to be a tight finish from lanes 2 and 4. Ryan Sebi just behind Vaughn Champer. Champer trying to pull it out. And he will be first to touch. The time of 2 minutes and 98 hundredths. Sevi behind him, 2:02.88. Parsonage in third, 2:04.74. Dunaway, 2:09.36. And Perkins, 2:12.60. Followed by Perev Dorj with a time of 2:16.78. A very impressive race from our lanes 2 through 4 that time, as we get set for heat number 4. So we've got Jayden Guglielmetti in lane 1 from East, Mateo Graham in lane 2 from DeKalb, Bryson Beck in lane 3 from Hononegah, James Murray from Auburn in lane 4, Sam De La Cruz from DeKalb in lane 5, and Dean Hartman from Freeport in lane 6. Jayden, that last heat, looked like Dan Parsonage had the lead, but Vaughn Champer was able to pull it out in the end, as it looked like he really was able to control his breathing and just was able to capture that victory on those last 3 lengths.
Yeah, they were pretty all neck to neck there for a while, and just at that last final comeback, he really got that lead, especially on that spin-off coming back. So definitely a good race.
Here in heat 4, looks like it is Bryson Beck with the early lead, as he gets a very nice turn and through. And at second and third, looks like it's James Murray from Auburn and Sam De La Cruz from DeKalb. They're in lanes 4 and 5. Just behind them, Mateo Graham in lane 2 from DeKalb.
Yeah, it looks like Beck's at least 2 to 3 swimmers ahead.
Here comes Beck on the final stretch. He's going to beat his seed time of 1:47.94. And he is first to the wall with a very impressive 1:46.34. Tight here, 2 through 4. As Murray is going to just edge out De La Cruz. Murray 1:52.21. De La Cruz 1:52.76. Graham in fourth, 1:53.14. Hartman 1:54.86. And Guglielmetti with 1:57.07. But a very strong performance from Bryson Beck, as he again finishes with a time of 1:46.34. They'll finalize the times to make sure it's all good. But it looks like he is the one that's going to take the tops. We'll take a listen to the leaders from our PA announcer.
In 11th place, with a score of 2:09.36 from East, Bryce Dunaway. In 10th place, with a time of 2:08.24 from Berlin, Nicholas Minardi. In 9th place, with a time of 2:04.74 from Hononegah, Dan Parsonage. In 8th place, with a time of 2:02.88 from Guilford, Ryan Seaweed. In 7th place,
Here, Bryson Beck going to state, wins the boys 200-yard freestyle with a time of 1:46.34. While we have a moment, it is time to let you know that today's broadcast is brought to you by Signs Now Rockford. Looking to make your business stand out? Signs Now Rockford offers custom signs, banners, and vehicle graphics, and more to enhance your brand's visual appeal. Serving Rockford, Belvidere, Beloit, and surrounding areas, our team provides tailored solutions to meet your unique needs. Visit us online at signsnowrockford.com or call 815-398-8371 for a quote. Let Signs Now Rockford bring your business to life with creative graphics and displays.
200-yard individual medley, heat 1 and 2, Mr. Referee.
Next up, we've got the boys' 200-yard individual medley. In lane 1, Jacob Juliano from Belvidere. In lane 2, Jeffrey Roth from Hananiga. Lane 3, Russell Schmidt from Harlem. Lane 4, Pedden Hartzog from Guilford. And lane 5, Adrius Hout from Belvidere. 3 freshmen in the outside lanes, Russell Schmidt, the senior from Harlem, in the middle. Best seed time was by Schmidt, 2:37.26. Sectional record 1:54.14, and time to beat to go to state 1:57.28. In the individual medley, as we saw earlier with the medley relay, these swimmers will make 8 different up and downs. 2 of the lengths, they will do one type of swimming stroke and then transition to the others. First touch is Jeffrey Roth, 104.33. Schmidt behind him at 108.35. So Schmidt has gained some ground on Roth here. As he'll be first to touch here for the last leg of this individual medley. Schmidt's going to be first to touch at the far wall as he makes his final push back towards the near side of the pool.
Yeah, looks like Schmidt's got him by almost a full.
And he will be first to touch. A time of 2:22.98. Behind him, Roth with a good time of 2:25.15. And third is Hartzog. He's finishing up the last leg of this medley. Again, a fast pool here this morning, as just about every competitor on our sheet has beaten their seed time. So maybe a fast pool, maybe these competitors really put in some hard work over these past couple weeks, as we know this is a big event here at Jefferson High School, this boys sectional. As Hartzog is going to be third to touch, 2:45.20.
Yeah, definitely, especially when you're in a sectional and you got state on the line. You know, competitors that they know they're going to be very competitive. I'm sure they put a lot of thought and a lot of preparation into it, into the sectional today, and some of it's really paying off for some of them.
There again, you see the times for the first heat as we get set for the second heat. Outside lane, lane 1, Henry Winter from Freeport. Logan Borth from DeKalb is in lane 2. Bowden Shields in lane 3 from Harlem. Kevin Sullivan from DeKalb. Sycamore in lane 4. Garrett Zimmerman from Byron, lane 5. And Ray Groms from Hananiga in lane 6. Best seed time out of this group was from Bowden Shields with a time of 2 minutes, 81 hundredths of a second.
It looks like Shields is currently in the lead.
Shields with the first touch and turnaround. A good transition that time by Sullivan. Sullivan creeping up on Shields. Looks like Shields has about a half-length lead. They've got 1.5 lengths left in this heat. Shields first to touch and turn. Sullivan right behind him. And the freestyle, both competitors really pushing. Final stretch, it'll be Bowden Shields who finishes with a time of 1:58.38. Sullivan a very impressive 2 minutes, 15 tenths of a second, as that was a competitive race all around. In third, it's gonna be Borth, the time of 2:12.34. Winter 2:16.34. And Zimmerman and Groms neck and neck right up until the end. Groms just edged him out, 2:20.33, and Zimmerman 2:20.60. Shields finishing under 2 minutes on that heat. A very impressive race from both competitors out of Harlem and DeKalb Sycamore, and it looks like Shields just had a very slight edge that ended up allowing him to pull out the victory here in that heat, and he will be heading down to state.
The results for the boys 200-yard individual medley. In 11th place with a time of 3:08.03 from Belvidere, Jacob Giuliano. In 10th place with a time of 3:03.35 from Belvidere, Adarius Hawk. In 9th place with a time of 2:45.20 from Guilford, Patton Hartzog. In 8th place with a time of 2:25.15 from Hononegah, Jeffrey Roth. In 7th place with a time of 2:22.98 from Harlem, Russell Schmidt. For the top 6 finishers, please report to the box. In 6th place with a time of 2:20.60 from Byron, Garrett Zimmerman. In 5th place with a time of 2:20.60
All right, some impressive results that time. Again, both Shields coming out on top with a sub 2-minute time, 1:58.38. Next up, we've got the boys 50-yard freestyle. It's going to be a dead sprint here. Prince Norris in lane 2 from Harlem, Bracken Massey from Harlem in lane 3, and Eduardo Avar in lane 4 from Jefferson. Massey finishes 28:15, followed by Avar 30:73, and Norris 35:58. Again, just up and down, and that's it for this heat. So it's going to be the strongest swimmers out here. Lane 1, Quinn Ogden from Freeport. Lane 2, Harrison West from Hononegah. Lane 3, Colin Helm from Freeport. Lane 4, Nate Oliver from Guilford. And lane 5, Trey Vincer from Byron. A tight finish between West and Helm. And Helm takes it at the time of 24:65, West 24:98. Oliver 25:47, Treadway 26:49, and Fletcher 27:41. Lane 1, Wyatt Treadway from Belvidere. Lane 2, Jack Weston from Auburn. Lane 3, Rory Bolger from Boylan. Lane 5, Jackson Fletcher from Belvidere. And lane 6, Jacob Duval from Hononegah. It's going to be a tight finish here. And just getting to touch is Bolger with a time of 23:58. Behind him, Breeze 23:96. Champer 24:24. And Oland beats Velasquez 24:51 to 24:54. So beating him by a time of 0.03 of a second. Lane 1, Aiden Breeze from East. Lane 2, Gavin Velasquez from Boylan. Lane 3, Henry Pfeiffer from Auburn. Lane 4 from DeKalb Sycamore, Alexander Surzapek. Lane 5 from DeKalb Sycamore, Luke Oland. And lane 6, Vaughn Champer from Byron. And a very tight finish. Looks like it's going to be Gavin Velasquez with a time of 22:39. Right behind him, Sizapek with a time of 22:54. Pfeiffer 22:85. Oland 22:75. And Breeze 22:95. And finally, Champer 23:59. So just all out dead sprint that time. I'm sure you could hear it on the broadcast, but a lot of noise being made not only by the teams down there around the pool, but also the crowd up here, as again we have a packed house here at Jefferson High School.
In 12th place with a time of 24.98 from Hononegah, Harrison West. In 11th place with a time of 24.65 from Freeport, Colin Helm. In 10th place, the time of 24.54 from Auburn, Jack Weston. In 9th place, the time of 24.25 22.39 and heading to state from Boylan, Gavin Velasquez.
You heard it, Gavin Velasquez, 22:39, about a half second clear of his seed time. And Jayden, you look at that last race, all of the competitors in that final heat separated by about a second. So that is a true dead sprint event right there. And again, you could really feel the energy.
Yeah, definitely, especially just coming in second place, you know. Just what 5, 6 seconds could have done, you know, just very close. Yeah.
Next up, we will have the boys 100-yard butterfly. Have 2 heats. State qualifying time will be 51:95 for non-winners. We'll have a 15-minute break here as competitors get set, as some of these names will be getting ready for the back half of this event. And we see some names who have already competed, so get stretched out, get a little bit warmed up if you haven't been in the pool. It's a good time to remind you that today's broadcast is brought to you by Signs Now Rockford. Looking to make your business stand out? Signs Now Rockford offers custom signs, banners, vehicle graphics, and more to enhance your brand's visual appeal. Serving Rockford, Belvidere, Beloit, and surrounding areas, our team provides tailored solutions to meet your unique needs. Visit us online at signsnowrockford.com or call 815-398-8371 for a quote. Let Signs Now Rockford bring your business to life with creative graphics and displays. Again, we have about a 15-minute break here before we get set for the 6th event of the afternoon. We'll come back with the boys 100-yard butterfly. Afterwards, it'll be the boys 100-yard freestyle. And to round out the day, it'll be the boys 500-yard freestyle. Got 2 heats in that first event, 4 heats in the second event, and 3 heats in that event to cap the afternoon. You're watching Jefferson TV's presentation of the 2025 IHSA Boys Sectional Swim Meet here at Jefferson High School. Be sure to get set as we get set to go and come back with our event in about 12 minutes, right around 1 o'clock. And welcome back here to Jefferson High School for the 2025 IHSA Boys Sectional Swim Meet hosted at Rockford Jefferson here on this beautiful late February afternoon. Thank you for joining us on today's broadcast. Getting set for the next event, which will be the boys 100-yard butterfly. The seed times around 1 minute. The qualifying time for state for non-victors is 51:95. Sectional record is 50:68, set back in 1989 by Steve Kitzman. I have 2 heats. With just about a full pool. Have 5 competitors in the first heat, a full 6 lanes for the second heat. Reminder that today's event is brought to you by Signs Now Rockford. Looking to make your business stand out? Signs Now Rockford offers custom signs, banners, vehicle graphics, and more to enhance your brand's visual appeal. Serving Rockford, Belvidere, Beloit, and surrounding areas, our team provides tailored solutions to meet your unique needs. Visit us online at signsnowrockford.com or call 815-398-8371 for a quote. Let Signs Now Rockford bring your business to life with creative graphics and displays. Again, just about a few minutes away from getting the competitors back in the pool. Heat 1 of 2 here in the upcoming boys 100-yard butterfly. That'll be Amai Perivdors from Guilford in lane 1. Samuel Palafox in lane 2 from Jefferson. Max Layback from Boylan in lane 3. Wyatt Treadway from Belvidere in lane 4. And Archer Wedwick in lane 5 from Guilford. Following the 100-yard butterfly, we'll have the 100-yard freestyle. And then we'll round out the day with the endurance race, the boys 500-yard freestyle. That should be a good one, so be sure to stick around for that. Coming up here in just a moment. Competitors getting ready to go again in lane 1. It'll be Amai Perivdors from Guilford. Lane 2, Samuel Palafox from Jefferson. In lane 3, Max Layback from Boylan. Lane 4 will be Wyatt Treadway from Belvidere. And in lane 5, it'll be Archer Wedwick from Guilford. Seed times again for this first heat, right around 1 minute 10 seconds. A couple competitors below that, a couple above that. We'll see who can pull out a good time here in heat number 1.
Event 6, boys 100-yard butterfly, heat 1 and 2, Mr. Referee. Quiet for the start, please.
And we're off again. Amai Perivdors from Guilford. Lane 2, Samuel Palafox from Jefferson. Lane 3, Max Layback from Boylan. Lane 4, Wyatt Treadway from Belvidere. And in lane 5, Archer Wedwick from Guilford. Nice The touch is Lebec, a 100th of a second ahead of Treadway. And they go down and back, so this one will be a tight finish between lanes 3 and 4. On the home stretch, Lebec in ahead of Treadway. And Lebec's going to be first to touch, the time of 59.85, hitting an under 1 minute time here in heat number 1. Treadway follows him at 1:02.22. Third, Wedwick 1:10.96. Palafox with a time of 1:19.43, and Perv Doors with a time of 1:25.02. Let's get set for heat number 2. Heat 2, Dean Hartman in lane number 1 from Freeport. Justin Wu from DeKalb in lane 2. Connor Welt from Byron Sigmore in lane 3. Lane 4 is Cale Miles from Hononegah. Lane 5, Sean Harrelson from DeKalb. And lane 6, Ethan Anson from Belvidere. Ahead is Cale Miles, followed by Connor Welt, lanes 4 and 3. Miles about a half body length ahead of Welt. And Miles be first to touch with a time of 52.73. Following up is Welt with a time of 54.29. Harrelson 54.54, Wu 56.28, Hartman 58.47, and Anton 101.56. So a very competitive race that time around as well, as Cale Miles goes sub 53 seconds. A very nice performance from the senior from Hononegah.
In ninth place, with a time of 1:19.43 from Jefferson, Sam Palafox. In eighth place, with a time of 1:10.96 from Guilford, Archer Wedwick. In seventh place, with a time of 1:02.22 from Belvidere, Wyatt Treadway. For the top 6 finishers, please report to the lumps. In sixth place, with a time of 59.85 from Berlin, Max Lebeck. In fifth place, with a time of 58.47 from Freeport, Dean Hartman. In fourth place, with a time of 56.28 from DeKalb Sycamore, Justin Wu. In third place, with a time of 54.54 from DeKalb Sycamore, Sean Harrelson. In second place, with a time of 54.29 from Byron, Connor Welt. And
Kale Miles, 52.73. Only competitor here today in the 100-yard butterfly to go sub 53 seconds. A very impressive performance again by the senior from Hananiga as he will be heading down to state. Next up on tap, we have event number 7, the boys 100-yard freestyle. Sectional record held by Camden Taylor with a time of 45.46, set just a couple of years ago back in 2022. Time to state for non-victors, 43.53. We have 4 heats, each lasting about a minute.
Boys 100-yard freestyle, heat 1 of 4. Mr. Referee.
It's definitely one of the more exciting events we have on tap here today, Jayden, as the freestyle, you're going to have a lot of really strong swimmers as evidenced by these times.
Yeah, fast times, really close. Yeah, sure, it'll be interesting.
Lane 2 is Nevin Lobos from Harlem. Lane 3, Mason Martinez Lopez from Jefferson. Lane 4, Jackson Holton from Belvidere. Again, 100 yards, so it'll be down and back twice. And seed time's around a minute here. Top seed time from all competitors is going to be seen in Heat 4, Alexander Skrizapek. The seed time just under 50 seconds. First to touch here in heat number 1 is Jackson Holton with a time of 105.67, followed by Lobos 109.27, and Lopez Martinez 114.48. In lane 2, we have Josiah Cook from Guilford. Lane 4, Bryce Dunaway from East. Lane 4, Jack Weston from Auburn. And lane 5, Quinn Ogden from Freeport. Tight contest between lanes 2 through 4. Again, Cook in lane 2 from Guilford, Dunaway from East in lane 3, and Weston from Auburn in lane 4, followed by Ogden from Freeport in lane 5.
Yeah, Dunaway and Weston, they're right on, pretty close.
It's going to be a neck and neck finish between the East and Auburn competitors. And first touch is going to go to Jack Weston, who's going to finish with a time of 57.66, about a half second ahead of Bryce Dunaway, who clocks in at 58.04, followed by Cook 1 minute and 1/100th of a second, and Ogden 102.42. Get set for heat number 3. Joshua Solverson from Hananiga in lane 1. Easton Burris from Byron in lane 2. Nate Oliver from Guilford in lane 3. Jacob Duval from Hananiga in lane 4. Henry Winter from Freeport in lane 5. And Lucas DeLeo from Byron in lane 6. First to touch is Winter on the first leg, just under 26 seconds. So here we have the stretch run.
Neck and neck.
And the first to touch is gonna be Winter. A very strong performance, 53-36. Almost 3 seconds clear of 3 seconds clear of Duval, who finished 56-14. Go late heat 4. We've got Rory Bolger, lane 1 from Boylan. Gavin Velasquez from Boylan as well in lane 2. Alexander Skrizapek from DeKalb. Henry Pfeiffer from Auburn, lane 4. Luke Olin from DeKalb, lane 5. And Benjamin Myers from Belvidere in lane 6. Velasquez with an early lead in lane 2. Be a close finish. And it's gonna be Velasquez 48-48 with the victory here in heat number 2. Skrizapek just behind him, 49.05, so 2 sub-50-second times. Very impressive showings from both of the competitors. Pfeiffer 51.11. Followed by Olan 52.23, Bolger 52.27, and Myers 53.08.
The results for the 100-yard freestyle. In 12th place with a time of 57.66 from Auburn, Jeff Weston. In 11th place with a time of 56.92 from Byron Easton Burris. In 10th place with a time of 56.54 from Hananiga, Joshua Silverson. In 9th place with a time of 56.53 from Guilford, Nate Oliver. In 8th place with a time of 56.14 from Hananiga, Jacob Duval. In 7th place with a time of 53.36 from Freeport, Henry Winter. For the top 6 finishers, please report to the box. In 6th place with a time of 53.08 from Belvidere, Benjamin Myers. In 5th place with a time of 52.27 from Berlin, Rory Bolger. In 4th place with a time of 52.23 from DeKalb Sycamore, Luke Owens. In 3rd place with a time of 51.11 from Auburn, Henry Pfeiffer. In 2nd place with a time of 49.05 from DeKalb Sycamore, Alexander Skrizapek. And your 100-yard freestyle champion with a time of 48.48 from Boylan, Gavin Velasquez.
Again, your victor here in the boys 100-yard freestyle, Gavin Velasquez. He'll be going to state for that event as well. Of course, just a few moments ago in the boys 50-yard freestyle, he took first place as well. So a very impressive performance today by the junior from Boylan as he takes home the victory in 2 separate events, the 50 and 100-yard freestyles. So again, just a really impressive performance by him here this afternoon.
Yeah, definitely. When you can not only just do 1, but 2 events you get to compete at state for a state title, that's awesome. You know, some people are just looking for 1, and he's got 2 today.
A good performance by him. Again, we're looking at the seed times. He was actually third coming into today with a seed time of 51:08. So cleared that time by about a full second and a half. So a very nice performance by him.
Event 8, boys 500-yard freestyle.
Next up, we have got the longest event of the afternoon, the boys 500-yard freestyle. In lane 2, it's going to be Tyze Warlick from Jefferson. Lane 3, Eric Swanson from Boylan. And lane 4, Adrius Hout from Belvidere. The sectional record set in 2022 by Carson Faley with a time of 4 minutes, 37 seconds. And that should just tell you the length of this competition. So we've seen a couple of 100-yard, couple of 200-yard events here today, but the 500-yard is what it's all about. Takes a lot of endurance being in that pool. If you've never swam that long, you can be in the pool for a while, but as soon as you hit about that halfway mark, sometimes you really want to just start, you're gasping for air. Of course, you're coming up for air when you're doing that, but it's a testament to these athletes' endurance and their ability in the pool.
Yeah, endurance all year that they build up throughout all their competitions. Definitely with this event, no unlike other. They probably wish they could do the 50-yard one, but yeah, 500 yards, but they're also burning, the most energy. They're using a lot of muscle within this, so definitely more stronger athletes that would have to, got good endurance.
And you're definitely seeing it here in heat number 1 as we've got 2 more heats to follow. As we've seen a couple of sprint type events in the last couple of events, this one definitely more endurance. I'm sure you'll see these athletes really give it a go as they head into their final turns, but it's about saving energy for those final couple of stretches. Heard the bell for Eric Swanson, his final 2 lengths, as he'll be first in this heat. Solid time for Eric Swanson, 6 minutes, 39.10 seconds. First finisher here in the boys 500-yard freestyle, again for Eric Swanson out of Boylan. Second to finish is Darius Hout from Belvidere with a time of 7:23:33. Must be 20 actually, not 16. Some good performances in that first heat, as all 3 competitors able to beat their seed times that time. As Eric Swanson was first to touch, 6:39:10 was his time in heat number 1. Let's get you set for heat number 2. Braden Sevey in lane 1 from Guilford, Russell Schmidt from Harlem in lane 2, Sam Viveros from Freeport in lane 3, Caleb Colberg from Guilford in lane 4, Andrew Payne from Byron in lane 5, and Dylan Beatty in lane 6 from Harlem. A lot of these competitors, their seed times right around 6 minutes. We've seen a lot of these athletes show out today here. Jayden finishing, a good chunk above their seed time. So some strong performances out here on this gorgeous afternoon here in late February.
Yeah, definitely. Just being competitive overall, really striving to beat that seed time. And most of them have all done it really today. So very few that really haven't. So yeah, this should be a close one here. All with relatively, I think close, 10, 15 at the most seconds.
Sam Viveros and Caleb Colbert just under 6 minutes in their seed time. 5:56.66 is the best here in heat number 2. That's from Viveros. He's in lane number 3. Viveros has a pretty commanding lead. 3:15.66 was his time to touch, followed by Schmidt at 3:25.49. As they're a little bit more than halfway done here in heat number 2 for the boys' 500-yard freestyle. Hear that bell? Sam Viveros out in front. Got 2 more lengths to go. 4:58.79 was his time.
So this is about 5 football fields there.
And first to touch in this heat, it'll be Sam Viveros from Freeport, finishing with a very impressive 5:31.46, 25 seconds faster than his seed time. In second, it is Russell Schmidt, finishing 5:47.67. Payne follows him, 5:49.13. Fourth in this heat, it is Caleb Kohlberg, time of 6:08.11. Behind him, it is Braden Seve with a time of 6:24.94. Finally, Dylan Beatty with a time of 6:27.62. So 3 competitors here this afternoon finishing sub 6 minutes. Again, another very impressive performance by our athletes here on display. Let's get you set for heat number 3. Lane 1, it'll be Will Dukes from DeKalb Sycamore. Lane 2, Mateo Graham from DeKalb Sycamore. Lane 3, Bryson Beck from Hononegah. Lane 4, James Murray from Auburn. And lane 6, Nicholas Minardi from Boylan. With the way things have gone this afternoon, Jayden, we're looking at some of these seed times just above 5 minutes. But with the way these competitors have displayed their athletic prowess today, I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see at least 1, maybe 2 or 3 finishing sub 5 minutes here in this final heat of the 500-meter freestyle, or 500-yard freestyle, excuse me.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. I think we'll see probably about 2 or 3 of them finish under 5 minutes, which is awesome, really showing the improvement that they have based off their seed time, and ultimately whoever wins is going to be going to state.
Bryson Beck had the best time of all competitors, 5:05.20, followed by Murray. Again, they're in lanes 3 and 4. Most of these competitors finishing with the seed time under 5.5 minutes. So Beck has the early lead there in lane 3, followed by Graham in lane 2 and Murray in lane 4. Beck still the lead, about 2 seconds faster than Graham. Murray still in third. Make up some ground here with a good back half performance. It looks like Beck has increased his lead about another second ahead of Graham. Picked up about a second on that last lap.
Yeah, it looks like every time he does his little flip at the end, he's really gaining ground there.
Just over 30 seconds on that last lap for Beck. More than a second clear of second place. Mateo Graham. Beck has about a quarter of a lap length lead ahead of Graham in second place. Another very strong lap by Beck, just over 30 seconds. One final lap here for Beck as he is well clear of the second place competitor Mateo Graham, as Beck has a commanding lead here in heat number 3 of the boys 500-yard freestyle. Beck on the final push, looking to get a sub 5-minute time here this afternoon as he touches the time of 4:54.37. A strong performance by the sophomore from Hononegah. Following him, it is Mateo Graham, 5:03.65. In third, it is James Murray, 5:12.13.
Beck beat his seat time by about 10 seconds there.
Fourth in the heat is Will Dukes, the time of 5:27.60. And last to touch is going to be Nicholas Minardi with a time of 5:44.13. As Minardi also beat his seed time by about 10 seconds, but a very, very strong performance by Bryson Beck, finishing sub 5 minutes here in heat number 3 with a time of 4:54.37. Just an outstanding performance all around, again, by the sophomore from Hononegah.
That's his second win today. Previously won the 200-yard freestyle.
The results for the 500-yard
Very impressive endurance swimmer is Bryson Beck,
from Berlin,
taking home the victory in the 200 and 500 yard freestyle.
11th place for the time of 6:27.62 from Harlem, Dylan Beatty. In 10th place for the time of 6:24.94 from Guilford, Braden Seavey. In 9th place for the time of 6:08.11 from Guilford, Caleb Colberg. In 8th place for the time of 5:49.13 from Byron, Andrew Payne. In 7th place for the time of 5:47.67 from Harlem, Russell Schmidt. For the top 6 finishers, please report to the blocks. In 6th place for the time of 5:44.13 from Berlin, Nicholas Minardi. In 5th place for the time of 5:31.46 from Freeport, Sam Viveros. In 4th place for the time of 5:27.60 from DeKalb Sycamore, Will Dukes. In 3rd place for the time of 5:12.13 from Auburn, James Murray. In 2nd place for the time of 5:03.65 from DeKalb Sycamore, Mateo Graham. And your 500-yard freestyle champion with a time of 4:54.37 and heading to state from Honolulu, Bryson Beck.
Some very strong performances from our athletes all around. As Jayden, we take a look at the results from this afternoon's 2025 IHSA Boys Sectional Meet here at Rockford Jefferson High School. The boys 1 meter diving that took place before our broadcast went on the air was headed up by Tristan Peterson, a junior out of Freeport, will be heading to state.
Unit 9, boys 200-yard freestyle relay, heat 1 of 2, Mr. Referee.
As we get set here for the boys 200-yard freestyle relay. Free from Freeport. Freeport in lane 2, Belvidere in lane 3, Harlem in lane 4, and Jefferson in lane 5. Harlem has the slight advantage over Freeport. It's a good turn by Harlem that time down. It brought them out to a lead. So Belvidere has gained some ground now in second. It's going to be a tight finish here. And Harlem is going to be first to touch as they are going to take the victory here in heat number 1, 145.27. Belvidere just behind them at 145.68. Freeport 148.39, and Jefferson one final stretch here. So they round out heat number 1. As they will touch with a time of 2:23.39. Here in heat number 2, it is Byron in lane 1, Boylan lane 2, DeKalb Sycamore in lane 3, Hananiga in lane 4, Guilford in lane 5, and Auburn in lane 6.
These are all really close.
So Boylan and Hananiga out in front in lanes 2 and 4. Trailing them is Byron in lane 1. On the turn, it is neck and neck coming down the other way. Lanes 2 through 4 are very tight. First in the pool is going to be DeKalb Sycamore. But a strong get out that time from Hananiga. They're first to touch down at the far end of the pool. Final stretch here as it is neck and neck, less than 0.2 of a second separating DeKalb and Hananiga. Stroke for stroke, they've got the last 10 feet. And first to touch, it'll be DeKalb. They finish with a time of 132.29. Hananiga right behind him at 132.55. A very exciting finish that time as those two teams were neck and neck the entire length of that pool. And a narrow victory that time for DeKalb as they pull it out here in the boys 200-yard freestyle relay.
They hit about right on their seed time also.
The results for the 200-yard freestyle relay. In 10th place with a time of 2:23.39. Jefferson with team members of Eduardo Avar, Ty Warwick, Mason Martinez-Lopez, and Philip Martinez-Lopez. In 9th place with a time of 148.39. Freeport with team members of Colin Helm, Quinn Ogden, 200-yard freestyle relay champions with a time of 1:32.29. DeKalb Sycamore with team members of Sam De La Cruz, Evan Johnson, Alexander Strembeck, and Luke Owens.
So again, DeKalb Sycamore winning that event, the boys 200-yard freestyle relay. They'll be heading down to state. Their second team victory of the day. They took first place in the 200-yard medley relay earlier on in the day. So good team performance by DeKalb Sycamore. They've got a lot of strong swimmers on their squad as they have taken home the victory here in 2 events. Next up, it'll be event number 10, the boys 100-yard backstroke. We'll have 4 heats. The state time is going to be 52.96 seconds for people heading down to state for non-victors. Kevin Sullivan had the highest seed time at 56:50. We'll have a 15-minute break here and get you set to wrap up today's event. And it's a good time to remind you that today's event is brought to you by Signs Now Rockford. Looking to make your business stand out? Signs Now Rockford offers custom signs, banners, vehicle graphics, and more to enhance your brand's visual appeal. Serving Rockford, Belvidere, Beloit, and surrounding areas, our team provides tailored solutions to meet your unique needs. Visit us online at signsnowrockford.com or call 815-398-8371 for a quote. Let Signs Now Rockford bring your business to life with creative graphics and displays. Again, before we go to break, just a quick review of the teams that, or individual athletes that are going to be heading down to state here through the first events of this afternoon. Taking the victory in the boys 1-meter diving was Tristan Peterson, the junior from Freeport. In the boys 200-yard medley relay, it was DeKalb Sycamore taking first place, as we just mentioned. So they'll be going down to state for that event. Event number 3, the boys 200-yard freestyle. Bryson Beck took first place with a time of 1:46.34. So he'll be heading down to state again for the boys 200-yard freestyle. The boys 200-yard individual medley, that was Bowden Shields from Harlem. The junior finished with a time of 1:58.38. In the boys 50-yard freestyle, that was Gavin Velasquez out of Boylan. The junior had a time of 22:39. The boys 100-yard butterfly, Cale Miles finished up top with a time of 52:73. Miles, the senior out of Hananiga. Event 7, the boys 100-yard freestyle, Gavin Velasquez picked up another victory. Again, he won the 50-yard freestyle and the 100-yard freestyle. He finished the 100-yard freestyle with a time of 48:48. A big improvement over his seed time, nearly 2.5 seconds. The junior from Boylan is going to be headed to state for a couple of events. In the boys 500-yard freestyle, Bryson Beck took home the victory in that event as well, as the sophomore from Hananiga finished with a time of 4 minutes, 54.37 seconds. And then, as you just saw in event number 9, DeKalb Sycamore took home their second team victory, the time of 1:32.95, so they'll be heading to state for that as well. Following the break, it'll be the boys 100-yard backstroke. Again, we'll have 4 heats. And it'll be the boys 100-yard breaststroke. We'll have 3 heats. And to round out the afternoon, it'll be event number 12, the boys 400-yard freestyle relay. That'll be 2 heats as well, so be sure to stick around for that, as I'm sure we're going to see some excitement. Then we'll take a quick break here on Jefferson TV. You're watching the 2025 IHSA boys sectional meet here at And welcome back here to Jefferson TV. We're getting set for event number 10, the boys 100-yard backstroke. We have 4 heats. And lane 2 to be Prince Norris from Harlem. Lane 3, Logan Berg from Auburn. Lane 4, Philip Martinez Lopez from Jefferson. Now this is the first of 4 heats, all individual competitors in these heats. State time to beat for non-victors is 52:96. Sectional record 50.08 seconds set by Caleb Carlson back in 2018. Out in front is Logan Berg. About a half length left to go here. And he'll be first to touch. A time of 1:33.95. Philip Martinez Lopez is going to be second in this heat. Time of 1:44.68. And rounding out the heat, it is going to be Prince Norris at a time of 2:13.87. Here in heat 2, Samuel Palafox in lane 1 from Jefferson. Jackson Holton in lane 2 from Belvidere. Jacob Perkins in lane 3 from Freeport. Bracken Massey from Harlem in lane 4. And Patton Hartzog in lane 5 from Guilford. Best seed time here in heat number 2 was Jacob Perkins with a time of 1:15.06. Perkins out in front. As he will be first to touch. A time of 1:10.08. Followed up by Massey with a time of 1:12.07. Hartzog 1:14.46. Palafox 1:19.17. And Holton 1:19.64. It's another fast finish there, that time by Perkins, beating his seat time by almost a full 5 seconds as we get set for heat number 3. Here in heat number 3, Lucas Delayo in lane 1 from Byron. Manon Stern from Boylan in lane 2. Benjamin Myers from Belvidere in lane 3. Jayden Guglielmetti from East in lane 4. Andrew Payne from Byron in lane 5. And in lane 6, Joshua Silverson from Hananiga. Gonna be a tight finish here between Myers and Guglielmetti. First to touch, it's gonna go to Jayden Guglielmetti for a time of 1:03:07, 0.05 of a second faster than Benjamin Myers. A tight finish that time, but the competitor out of East, the freshman, takes home the victory in heat number 3. See how heat number 4 goes. Time to beat will be right around 57 seconds. That was Kevin Sullivan's time. 56:50 was his seat time coming in. Jeffrey Roth is in lane 2 from Hananiga. Sullivan in lane 3 from DeKalb. Aiden Breeze from East in lane 4. Max Labach in lane 5 from Boylan. And Evan Johnson from DeKalb in lane 6. Again, fastest seed time in this group, 56:50 from Kevin Sullivan in lane 3, as he has the victory in the first half of this 100-yard breaststroke, or excuse me, backstroke.
Yeah, it looks like Sullivan's got quite a bit of a lead here within 2 or 3 swimmers.
And a strong performance from Kevin Sullivan as he finishes with a time of 55:01. Very fast-paced for the senior out of DeKalb, improving on his seed time by almost a full 2 seconds. Breeze finished 58:68, followed by Labach with 59:83. Johnson finished 1 flat and 0.17 of a second, and 1:01:31 was the time for Jeffrey Roth. So again, a very good performance from Kevin Sullivan. Finishes with a time of 55:01 to be confirmed, and looks like he will be going to state to compete in the boys 100-yard backstroke. So another strong performance here from these competitors. A lot of them, again, beating their seed times by a couple of seconds here and there as we look up and down the results from this event number 10. 3 competitors under a minute here in the 100-yard backstroke. Just another really good performance all around by these athletes here today.
The results for the 100-yard backstroke. In 12th place with a time of 1:10.40 from Byron, Lucas Dalio. In 11th place with a time of 1:10.08 from Freeport, Jacob Perkins. In 10th place with a time of 1:07.41 from Boylan, Manon Stern.
And they have it, Kevin Sullivan from DeKalb Sycamore, 55.01, heading down to stay a very impressive performance. Next up, we have event number 11, the boys 100-yard breaststroke. Be comprised of 3 separate heats. State time for non-victors is 59:18. Time to beat will be right around 1 minute. That is the top seed time from Bowdoin Shields, finished with a seed time of 59:82. As we're getting set for heat number 1.
Heat 1 of 3, Mr. Referee.
In lane 2, Jacob Juliano from Belvidere. Lane 3, Nevin Lobos from Harlem. And in lane 4, Kanan Becker from Freeport.
Going in and out of focus.
And first to touch is going to be Nevin Lobos, the time of 1:19.64. Following him, it'll be Jacob Juliano with a time of 1:31.21. Finally, Kanan Becker, time of 1:35.27.
Heat 2, Mr. Referee.
I mean, sometimes it'll like, go back, focus.
Here in heat number 2, Harrison West is in lane 1 from Hononegah. Lane 2, Sam Viveros from Freeport. Lane 3, Andrew Mitchell from Boylan. Lane 4, Ryan Sevi from Guilford. Lane 5, Garrett Zimmerman from Byron. And lane 6, Solomon Murphy from Belvidere. Be a tight finish here between Viveros in lane 2, Mitchell in lane 3, and Sevi in lane 4. The times on here, it looked like it might have been Viveros touching first. Wait for confirmation from the PA announcer. Tough to see which of the 3 competitors topped that heat.
Heat 3, Mr. Referee.
And heat 3, Braxton Heslop from Guilford in lane 1. Connor Welt from Byron in lane 2. Bowden Shields from Harlem in lane 3. Sean Harrelson from DeKalb Sycamore lane 4. Justin Wu from DeKalb Sycamore lane 5. Ray Gromes from Hononegah in lane 6. Shields first to touch on the halfway mark. Got about a second lead over Welt in lane 2 in second place. So Shields has a lead about 1 full body length as he is going to be first to touch. The time of 58.98, followed by Welt at 101.14, Harrelson at 101.58, Wu 103.29, Groms 109.35, and Heslop at 110.91. Just one competitor finishing sub 1 minute. It was Bowden Shields, who's going to take home victory and head down to state. Again, a time of 58.98. A couple of tenths slower than his seed time, but good enough for victory for the junior out of Harlem.
And that is his second victory today. Previously, he won the 200
individual medley, earlier in the day with a time of 158.38.
The results for the 100-yard breaststroke. In 12th place with a time of 119.64 from Harlem, Nevin Lobos. In 11th place with a time of 114.81 from Hononegah, Harrison West. In 10th place with a time of 114.17 from Byron Garrett Zimmerman. In 9th place with a time of 110.91 from Guilford Braxton Heaslop. Tied for 7th place with a time of 109.40 from Berlin Andrew Mitchell and from Guilford Ryan Seeley. For the top 6 finishers, please report to the blocks. In 6th place with a time of 109.35 from Hononegah, Ray Groms. In 5th place with a time of 108.70 from Freeport, Sam Viveros. In 4th place with a time of 103.29 from DeKalb Sycamore, Justin Wu. In 3rd place with a time of 101.58 from DeKalb Sycamore, Sean Harrelson. In 2nd place with a time of 101.14 from Byron Connor Welt. And your 100-yard breaststroke champion with a state qualifying time of 58.98 from Harlem, Bowden Shields.
And there you have it. Bo Shields taking home victory. A time of 58.98, sub of the state qualifying time, 59.18. So a very impressive performance. Of course, he won the event outright, so he'll be heading down to state. Either way, but a very good performance out of him. The more impressive performers we've seen out here today. Next up, it is event number 12, the boys 400-yard freestyle relay. Lane 2, it'll be Jefferson. In lane 3, it'll be Guilford. And lane 4, it'll be Boylan. IHSA time for qualifying is going to be 3:12.85. Sectional record set back in 2022 is 3:14.30. Jayden, you got to think the team to beat here in this event is going to be DeKalb Sycamore once again. As in the team events so far here today, they've taken home the victory.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's a little encouraging for other teams. Hey, knock them off on the third team event. So we'll see what goes on.
Again, 2 heats. First heat, again, Jefferson in lane 2, Guilford lane 3, Boylan lane 4. Top time in the seed is 3:28.84 set by DeKalb. Hononegah and Byron close to them. Coming down the home stretch, looks like it's going to be Guilford taking the Heat 1 as they finish with a time of 3:53.40. And a second and a half of improvement from their seed time. Boylan second to touch at 4:06.23. And Jefferson will finish with a time of 4:56.62. Nice improvement from their seed time, about 10 seconds faster. To get set for heat number 2. Again, the team to beat likely to be DeKalb Sycamore at a seed time of 3:28.84.
Heat 2, Mr. Referee.
Lane 1, it'll be Belvidere. Lane 2, Byron. Lane 3, DeKalb Sycamore. Lane 4, Hononegah. Lane 5, Freeport. And in lane 6, it is Auburn. And we've seen DeKalb win 2 of the team events already. We'll see if they can pull out a third or if one of the other teams can pull out a victory here in the final heat of the afternoon. DeKalb, Sycamore, and Hononegah are neck and neck. They hit the turn right around the same time, so a good start to this one. Here in this 400-yard freestyle relay. First in the pool is Hononegah. They have a slight advantage. DeKalb trying to make up ground. DeKalb first to touch down here as we're about halfway through the relay. They've got a lead of about 10 to 15 feet. DeKalb with a commanding lead here as their final swimmer in the pool. One more lap to go for DeKalb. They have a commanding lead here as they try to finish out this stretch run. They will take home the victory here in the 400-yard freestyle relay with a time of 3:19.96. Hononegah with a very good time as well, 3:24.58. Freeport in third, 3:33.47. Byron, 3:37.57. Belvidere, 3:43.58. And Auburn, 3:50.65. But another impressive team performance here by DeKalb Sycamore as they clock in with a time of 3:19.96, as that is their third team victory of the afternoon, as their group squad have put out some great performances here in the team matchups. Waiting to hear the official results from the PA announcer. As those will be confirmed down below by the IHSA referees.
The results from the 400-yard freestyle relay. In 7th place with a time of 4:56.62, Jefferson with team members of Mason Martinez Lopez, Samuel Palafox, Eduardo Ayla, and Philip Martinez Lopez. For the top 6 finishers, please report to the box. In 6th place with a time of 3:50.65, Auburn with team members of James Murray, Jack Weston, Logan Berg, and Henry Piper. In 5th place with a time of 3:43.58, Belvidere with team members of Jackson Fletcher, Ethan Anton, Wyatt Trevor, and Benjamin Myers. In 4th place with a time of 3:37.57, Byron with team members of Easton Burris, Vaughn Shamper, Andrew Payne, and Connor Wilt. In 3rd place with a time of 3:33.47, Freeport with team members of Dean Hartman, Henry Winter, Colin Howell, and Sam Viveros. In 2nd place with a time of 3:24.58, Ananiga with team members of Kale Miles, Kyle Bronson, Dan Parsonage, and Bryson Beck. And your 400-yard freestyle relay champions with a time of 3:19.96 and heading to state, DeKalb Sycamore with team members of Sam Cruz, Helen Sullivan, Luke Owens, and Alexander Swirzbeck.
So again, there you have it. DeKalb Sycamore, their 3rd victory in the team events here today, taken home in the boys 400-yard freestyle relay as they'll be headed down to state. So a good event all around here today. We saw some impressive performances by a number of these student athletes here from around the Rockford area. Couldn't be more happy that you joined us here for today's afternoon broadcast of the 2025 IHSA Boys Sectional meet here at Rockford Jefferson High School. Again, just recapping all of the victorious student athletes today heading down to state. In the boys 1 meter diving, Tristan Peterson from Freeport, the junior. In the boys 200-yard medley relay, it was DeKalb Sycamore. In event number 3, the boys 200-yard freestyle, Bryson Beck, the sophomore from Hananiga, finishing with a time of 1:46.34. The boys 200-yard individual medley, Bowden Shields with a time of 1:58.38.
And that is still the kid junior from Hananiga.
In event number 5, the boys 50-yard freestyle, Gavin Velasquez from Boylan, time of 22:39.
Your team scores.
We'll take a listen to the team scores here.
24 points, your Jefferson Jayhawks. In 10th place with 43 points, 290 points. The DeKalb Sycamore Co-op.
And again, you hear those standings. We'll go over those in just a moment. But again, just to continue recapping the state. Kale Miles in the boys 100-yard butterfly with a time of 52.73. In event 7, the boys 100-yard freestyle, Gavin Velasquez, his second victory of the day with a time of 48.48. In the boys 500-yard freestyle, it was Bryson Beck with a time of 4:54.37. The boys 200-yard freestyle relay, it was DeKalb Sycamore picking up their second team victory of the day, the time of 1:32.29. The boys 100-yard backstroke, it was Kevin Sullivan from DeKalb Sycamore, the time of 55.01. And the boys 100-yard breaststroke, Bowden Shields with a time of 58.98. And in the final relay of the day, the boys 400-yard freestyle relay, DeKalb Sycamore with their third team victory of the day. They finished with a time of 3:19.96. The 2025 IHSA boys sectional standings for the teams here at Jefferson High School. The Jayhawks with 24 points, finishing 11th. East with 43 points, finishing in 10th. The Guilford Vikings with 66 points, finishing 9th. Harlem Huskies with 77 points in 8th. Belvidere in 7th place with 83 points. The Auburn Knights with 90 points in 6th place. Freeport Pretzels with 133 points in 5th place. Byron with 137 points in 4th place. Boylan with 147 points in 3rd place. Hananiga with 209 points in 2nd place. And clearing Hananiga by a total of 81 points. DeKalb Sycamore with a grand total of 290 points. And that really speaks to the number of quality swimmers they had. You know, we talked about it, 290 points more than 81 points ahead of 2nd place. 3 team victories here today. An outstanding performance by DeKalb Sycamore and a couple of very good individual performances by a couple of our student athletes here in the Rockford area.
Yeah, DeKalb Sycamore, they really took over the team events today. Really, you could see their main focus was on that. Obviously, across the board, winning 3 different events today. And then, yeah, again, what's great about swimming is there's team and individual events. So there's multiple opportunities to, place in quite a few events, 12 different events here today. And we had some other successful teams like Connell Boylan and even Byron that did really well in individual events today that got them quite a few team points.
Yeah, and for the individual athletes, we had a couple of different student athletes that are going to state for multiple events. We had Gavin Velasquez, again, he took place in the 100-yard and 50-yard freestyle, winning both of those events. Bryson Beck out of Hananiga took home the 500-yard freestyle, as well as the 200-yard freestyle, and a couple of very good performances all around from a number of student athletes today. I'd love to highlight them all, but we have no time. Thank you so much for joining us here on today's broadcast of the IHSA Boys Sectional Swim Meet here at Rockford Jefferson High School. Again, today's broadcast was brought to you by Signs Now Rockford. Looking to make your business stand out? Signs Now Rockford offers custom signs, banners, vehicle graphics, and more to enhance your brand's visual appeal. Serving Rockford, Belvidere, Beloit, and surrounding areas, our team provides tailored solutions to meet your unique needs. Visit us online at signsnowrockford.com or call 815-398-8371 for a quote. Let Signs Now Rockford bring your business to life with creative graphics and displays. For Jayden Gallagly, I have been Trevor Larson, class of 2013, here for your Jefferson Jayhawks. From Jefferson High School in Rockford, Illinois, this has been your presentation of the 2025 IHSA Boys Sectional Swim Meet presented by Signs Now Rockford. Be sure to follow us on YouTube. Give us a subscribe to be sure to catch our next broadcast right here on Jefferson TV. Until